An attack on a rally for Israeli captives on Sunday has wounded 8 people in Boulder, Colorado, in the US. The suspected attacker, 45-year-old Egyptian Mohammed Sabri Soleiman, threw makeshift flamethrowers and Molotov cocktails at the group while shouting "Free Palestine" and "End Zionists." He injured 4 women and 4 men aged between 50 to 90 years old, all of whom are now in hospital with severe burns. The group was the local chapter of a national organization called Run for Their Lives, made up of Jewish and Israeli advocates for the release of captives from Gaza. They had been marching every Sunday since the 7th of October 2023 in order to raise awareness about the captives' plight around the US. But on Sunday, that weekly march became a target for political violence, with the FBI investigating the act as a terrorist attack.
It is clear that this is a targeted act of violence, and the FBI is investigating this as an act of terrorism.
It comes just a week and a half after 2 Israeli embassy staffers were shot dead in Washington, D.C. by another man shouting "Free Palestine," increasing fears of copycat attacks around the country. This uptick in lone wolf attacks has sparked fears that the ongoing Gaza war and the extremist rhetoric from Israeli ministers is radicalizing individuals in the U.S. and elsewhere to attack those they see as tied to Israel, whether through government embassies or local advocacy groups. The past year and a half has seen individual attacks on Israelis and Palestinians worldwide, as both fear they are being made a target because of the war in Gaza. In October 2023, a 6-year-old Palestinian-American boy was stabbed 26 times by the building's landlord in Illinois. And in February 2025, a Jewish man in Florida shot at 2 men because he thought they were Palestinians. It turned out they were Israeli tourists. But these attacks not only harm the lives of their victims. In such a polarized environment, many have reacted to the most recent attack by looking for a group to blame, whether Israelis, critics of Israel, immigrants, or student activists, to justify cracking down on them. Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu said the attack was a direct result of blood libels against the Jewish state and people, simply because they were Jews, trying to blame criticism of Israel's actions in Gaza for these attacks. Meanwhile, Trump's anti-immigration chief, Stephen Miller, claimed the suspect in Colorado had illegally overstayed a tourist visa he had been given by the Biden administration, arguing the attack was a result of relaxed immigration policies. Trump's Secretary of State Marco Rubio said afterward that terror has no place in our great country, echoing the language he has used about peaceful protesters and student activists in the US. But despite these arguments, the victims of this tragic attack, like so many others connected to this conflict, are paying the price for decisions taken by someone else.